Okay, but then otherwise, because you're saying that some of the people who have returned to India for personal holiday or something and have had to stay back in India because of this travel restrictions, you're saying that their salaries are being cut as far because of the cost control kind of a thing.
Right. Which definitely defines the purpose why companies would choose to give outsource work, uh, because work from home is a new normal now, and it makes economic sense.
Okay, so
Coming to
this
the
could be
point, American
yeah,
dream would not be as feasible or as lucrative as it was over the years.
sure. Yeah. So, but the positive side is we will have a lot more experienced people coming back and who can probably set up their own startups and by
Mhm.
virtue of their network and experience be able to do projects. And so that in turn will probably help in more employment within India.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so the freeze of H1B from India could be a kind of a positive side because more jobs would be available in India, kind of. Okay, this is what uh, Praveen Dudila is saying. He said that when so much of freeze on H1B in India, I see a lot of scope for outsourcing and IT job openings in India. So
That's
yeah, there's
correct.
one
Yeah.
more question that we have coming in from Prasad Jaina, and he says, how is the quality thing going to be maintained? Okay, when most of the work are getting outsourced, also can it match the American level? Also, is it possible for all IT divisions? Would you want to take a call to address this?
I left technology years ago, so I may
Okay,
not be competent to talk about it. But I'm
all
sure
right.
there, where there's money, I'm sure there are ways where companies could leverage their expertise and find a way out. I'm sure they have been doing it for many years, so I'm sure they would find a way out.
Sure. I thank you, Rajiv. I just didn't realize that we've already been speaking for 30 minutes, so probably we'll have
Oh,
to
okay.
come towards the end of our show. So, friends who
Sure.
are,
Yeah.
we still have a few people who are watching in. So, should you have any queries or comments, please feel free to comment on the Facebook Live, and over the next few minutes, I will have them addressed by Rajiv. So,
Sure. Excellent.
wonderful, Rajiv. So, it's been a so this is something which so while India's IT professionals have become worldwide famous, okay,
Mm.
this generation of people may have had the bad luck of not being able to go on site as often as the earlier generation could, because the other
Mm.
countries also are tightening up, the expat visas, and every country now is almost tightening up protection for their local employees. So,
Mm.
so where do you think, apart from America, can an Indian IT professional aspire to go?
Stay home, start
Okay.
a company. Stay home, start a company, build a product, not be service oriented, and sell your product to the world. I think that is more lucrative in the long run.
Wow, that's really inspiring, Rajiv. Really good.
Yeah, I believe that because we've been just being. That's what our tag has been, right, over the years. And I know some people may get pissed off when I say that, but we have been software coolies. That's what we've been doing all these years. So I think if you should look at having a product and sell your product to the world.
Sure. One more query, which interestingly Pawan has asked. He says, as you know, there are lots of US staffing companies across India with their
Mm,
on-site office in US. Will
yes, yes.
US staffing industry survive as most of businesses run on H1B?
Good question, Pavan. I think you know better than I do, but I shouldn't be talking on that on air. But I would be happy to talk to you off it. But I agree with you. They may not. So I won't say more, but they will not. And I hope they don't.
Okay, one more query Krishnan has got, this time shifting from the issues of students, because earlier you was asking that if these online courses are going to continue, it's quite likely that the students may not get visa in 2020 and they'll have to wait till January anyway. Okay. So another question he has now is, if all these 2 lakh people come back to India, they have to be employed in India. Where will they be employed? Right now, even our engineers are finding it difficult to retain their jobs. So I
That's
guess,
exactly my point. That's
yeah,
exactly my point. They will not get job because they will be too expensive for an Indian company to pay off with. So they will have to end up either sitting at home or start up a venture or invest into a venture.
yeah, and I would feel that with the kind of market India has got, okay, we still have a whole lot of issues within India which can be solved, and for once we'll probably have good software engineers staying back in India to solve India's problems, and probably
Right.
we'll see a lot more products coming forth rather than people hankering about joining IT services companies. And I recall, hearing about cyber coolies kind of a thing. So now
Mm.
we'll probably, this could be a green shoot for most Indian professionals, and just like how India has benefited each time, be the Y2K or 9/11 or global financial crisis, I feel the
Mhm.
future of work this time around post COVID could
Work from home.
probably, we will probably need to change the mindset. Yeah, we have yet another comment from your friend Rajiv Sneh Kulkarni. Okay, she
Okay.
says that good opportunities for startup by launching products. Yeah, so I think
Yes.
this
Yes,
could
Sneh,
be,
I agree with you.
yeah,
Mm. I think products is something which we should focus on. I think we have been little too lenient, sending deploying workers to the world, to the West, and taking advantage of the labor arbitration. But I think we have really taken a back seat by not having a single product which is known globally. So I think this COVID crisis has been an advantage wherein people could sit back, introspect, sit at home, work from home, build a product, have some ideas, build a startup,
yeah,
talk to
you're
each
right.
other through videos. So I think this is very healthy.
Absolutely. I'm tempted to talk about a conversation I had yesterday. I'm part
Mm.
of a local business networking organization called BNI. And I was
Ah,
talking to, and we were having a discussion with a gentleman called Sanjay Agarwal, who's into manufacturing of hospital tables. Okay. And
okay.
he's number one as far as India is concerned in preparing hospital tables, and his product has been, they've been supplied to companies like Philips and uh, US multinational companies. So
Mm.
he was indicating yesterday that over the past few years he spent a lot of time traveling international conferences and also exhibitions to showcase the Indian products in international markets. And so he
Mm.
says the last 3 months, he suddenly has changed his focus on Indian markets, and he feels there's a huge market in India itself with the kind of.
Exactly. Mm.
So instead of trying to uh, you know, sell products for the world market, he now feels
Mm.
that there's a huge market in India itself, and given the GDP that we have, he seemed to be very bullish. So I guess this is one learning for all of us from COVID.